Hello everyone, this is Pastor Lon, the homesteading pastor. Hope everybody's doing well today. I'm doing this video, it's called a get to know you video or get to know you better video. It's a collaboration of different channels. And Brother Bill over at Last Days Homesteading actually tagged me in this and challenged me to do it along with a few others that he tagged. And at the end of this, they want us to tag some other channels, and I'm going to do just that as well. I think Brother Chuck over at Chuck Belinda and Chuck actually tagged Brother Bill, and he also tagged several other folks, and it's kind of been going on from there. But New Orleans Gardener, I think, is the actual one that started this with the questions, and I think it's a great idea. It helps us to learn more about each other, get to know one another, things we may not even have ever mentioned on the channel, on each one of our channels. So I think it's a great idea, and I definitely want to do my part to participate in it. Each channel that I tag, I'll leave in the description below. I'll leave the link to their channels, and also they got a hashtag for this. I'll leave it in the description, but it's hashtag TNOG Getting to Know You tag. So I'll leave that in the description below as well. But let's go ahead and get started with the questions. First question is, do I have any pets? I do, or we do. We have 2 Australian Shepherds, Sadie and Eli. And we have 2 corgis, Duchess and Cooper. Am I in a relationship? Yep, sure am. This coming June, Robbie and I have been married 36 years. This coming June, and it's been great. Looking for the rest of them. Do I drink alcohol? Never have, and don't ever plan to. Do I believe in God? Absolutely. But that's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the one that created the heavens and the earth and everything we see on this earth. Do I like hot dogs or hamburgers better? I prefer hamburgers. I'll eat a hot dog, but I prefer hamburgers. My favorite food. I got a lot of favorite foods. Anywhere from spaghetti to chicken bog, chicken and dumplings, and I love grits too. I could eat grits for breakfast, lunch and supper, or dinner and supper as we call it around here. But my favorite is spaghetti. I love spaghetti, especially spaghetti my mama's mama used to cook before she passed away in the old cast iron pot on her stove. That was some good spaghetti. It was easy and greasy. My morning drink, it's normally coffee, but here lately we've been trying to cut back on the coffee, and Robbie and I we drink lemon water every morning is our main go-to drink. Then I mainly drink water throughout the day. I like sweet tea and stuff like that on occasion, but mainly water, and preferably lemon water. Can I do 100 push-ups? Not at one time. I used to could, but before I got more to push up now than I had when I could do 100 push-ups. But I could probably do 50 at the time. My favorite season. Growing up, my favorite season was always fall, because that was really when deer season was in. The rut was on, and I just love deer hunting. I love the changing of the seasons. I love bonfires and Friday night football games and stuff like that. But now that I've gotten older, I don't get to hunt as much as I used to. I love spring and fall. I love getting everything going in the garden. And since we moved out here, we really love gardening. But fall is my favorite, and then spring will be my second favorite. Hobbies. Again, it used to be deer hunting and fishing. Now it's anything homesteading. Anything we do on the homestead, from canning to working the garden, messing with the honeybees, dealing with the animals. Homesteading is our hobby now. Do I have any tattoos? Nope, don't have any, don't plan on getting any. Do I wear glasses? Only for reading. I use glasses to read my Bible, and I don't have them on here now because I got this stuff written in big letters, so I wouldn't have to wear them. I got the questions written down in big letters, but I do need glasses a lot now when I'm reading my Bible or reading a book. Matter of fact, I put off the last 2 times my license have expired. I put off going to get them renewed for a couple months after they expired because I was afraid I wouldn't pass the eye exam, but I did each time. So thank God for that. Do I have any phobias? I certainly do. I have a fear of heights. When I deer hunt, 16 feet in the air is about my limit. I prefer and do it a lot hunting on the ground and the ground blind. So I admit heights and I don't get along too well. Do I have a nickname? I do. I've had it since I was probably in the early 90s. When I was in my 20s. My nickname is Chainsaw. Now, I operate a chainsaw. I can cut down trees and cut up wood and stuff that we do around here on the farm. I've always operated the chainsaw, but that's not what gave me my nickname. We were cutting the road in on the hunting club, on the backside of the hunting club, where we'd get to the sandbar on the Great Petey River. And Robbie Lynn's uncle, Charlie, he was running the chainsaw, cutting down a tree, but it got in a bind. And I thought I was behind him far enough and went to push it over so he could get the chainsaw out. Well, I did. And when it come out, he gunned it a time or two, and it caught the vine with vines hanging from the tree. He caught that vine and snatched it into my right leg, right in the calf of my leg, and it cut me in 2 places. And they had to haul me out of there back to my mama's house. Robbie Lynn was working at the hospital during those days, and they took me to the emergency room. And anyway, I had to get stitches in that. But that's how I got my nickname, Chainsaw. I got cut by a chainsaw that I wasn't even running and operating the chainsaw. But it all turned out good. My favorite candy, hands down, is peanut M&Ms. I mean, I love chocolate, a Milky Way Snicker bar and all that, but my hands down, I could eat a keg of peanut M&Ms if I wasn't worried about my weight and my health. But I love peanut M&Ms. Do I believe in ghosts? Mainly just the Holy Ghost. I know there's some strange things that maybe sometimes we can't explain, but I can't say I wholeheartedly believe in ghosts other than the Holy Ghost. Do I like rain or snow better? I like a snow every now and then. I like to see a snow, but I like to see snow go about as good as I like to see it come. I like to see snow sometime. Living in the South, that's something we don't see much, but rain, I'd have to choose rain because I love a good rainy day. Do I have any piercings? I do not. I don't have any piercings and don't plan to get any. What's my age? I'm 56 years old, born January 2nd, 1967. Make it to 2024, I'll be 57 years old. French fries or onion rings? I prefer French fries. I like onion rings, but I prefer French fries, especially the kind that Robbie Lynn cooks, homemade. Just peel that tater and slice it up and cook it right here at the house. I like French fries. I don't like them real thin and crispy. I like them thicker and soft. I don't like the crispy fries. Do I have any children? I have a passel of them. I got Bradley's the oldest one. Y'all know Farmer Bradley. He'll be 32 this month. May the 20th coming up. He'll be 32. He's legally deaf and blind. And then Corey's right behind him. Corey will be 25 this coming September. Then Michaela, she's also legally deaf and blind, special needs. She'll be 23 years old this coming June next month. And then Gavin, our baby boy, he's 19. He'll be 20 years old this coming October. So yes, we do have kids. What's my favorite color? Blue. It's always been blue. I love blue from early age. So blue is my favorite color. Can I sing? I sing in the shower. I sing along in the choir. I'll sing along at church when Corey's singing, but I've never actually sung a song solo by myself. I've had challenges to do that, but I had never done that yet. So I don't claim to be a singer, but I like to sing and make a joyful noise for the Lord. Can I whistle? Yes, I can. Where were you born? I was born in Darlington, South Carolina in 1967. Do I have any siblings? I do. I have a brother that's about 2 years and 8 months younger than me. His name is Timmy. And I have a sister that's 10 years behind me. Her name is Jenny Lynn. So I'm the oldest of the 3. Can I cook? I cook on the grill. I cook like hamburgers, hot dogs, pork chop, steak, stuff. I cook on the grill mostly around here. I'm the one that takes care of the grill cooking. But as far as cooking a recipe with all the ingredients and all, I leave all that up to Robbie Lynn. I'll kind of help her sometime, but she's the guru when it comes to that. Can I swim? I can swim. I can swim good enough to save myself. I'm not a really, really, really good swimmer, and I possibly could save somebody depending on the circumstance, but I can swim for what it's worth. You prefer a shower or a bath? A shower, hands down. I like to take a bath every now and then, but shower. City or nature? I guess it's a city or country, but I definitely prefer nature or the country. I would rather live in a tent in the country than a home in the city. That's just me. Am I a good friend? I try to be a good friend. I think I'm a good friend. I try to do unto others that I'd have them doing to me. I try to live by the golden rule and try to keep my word. And I'd come help anybody I could in the midnight hour or 3 a.m. I consider myself a friend. And the Bible says for a man to have friends, he must first show himself friendly. Have you ever had any broken bones? Believe it or not, I haven't. I've had lots of stitches and cuts and stuff before, but never had any broken bones, knock on wood. Do I like to dance or can I dance? Never been a dancer other than dancing in the spirit. I'm not kicking dancing. I've just never been a dancer. I got 2 boys that can dance, Corey and Gavin. They can cut a rug, but I've never took up dancing. Camping or hotel? Definitely camping. I don't like staying in hotels. I like camping because you take your house with you. You know what? You know, slept in the bed the night before. You know, use the bathroom. Who uses the bathroom in your camper? When you go to a hotel, you don't know what you're going behind. So I don't like hotels, but we love camping. Do I think I'm weird? I don't really think I'm weird. I might be got a few weird habits, but I know some people probably think I'm weird. I know I got some coworkers think I'm weird because of my conspiracy theory stuff, but it's not a conspiracy. Most stuff I've talked to them about is coming to pass, so I guess they kind of lightening up on me. Some people probably think I'm weird, but for the most part, no. How long have I been gardening? Like I said, I gardened with my granddaddy growing up when I was in school at a young age, but I was just mainly helping him, but I did get a lot of knowledge from him at a young age. And then Rob Lee and I had a garden over at the home we lived in before we moved here on the homestead back in 2017, but we didn't really do any good there. The land was so sandy, and I was on a power line. We didn't even have the garden on our property, but it didn't do very well. So we've been really hard at it since we moved here in 2017. So going on 6 years here that we've been gardening really hard at it together, about 6 years, 6 or 7 years. What's my grow zone? Grow zone is 8A here in South Carolina where I'm at. Now these last 2 questions, I didn't hear a couple of the other channels mention these, but I went to Brother Chuck's channel, and in his description, he had all the questions listed, and these were 2 that was on his list, so I wrote them down from there. So I'm gonna just throw them in at the end. That was 38, the last 2 will make it 40. How many TVs are in our house or in our home? 3, and that's 3 too many. Corey and Gavin each have one in their bedroom, and they mostly play games on it. We have one in the living room, but we only watch stuff on it. We watch YouTube on it sometime, but mainly what we watch on it is Gunsmoke, Andy Griffith, the Virginian, Bonanza, the old stuff, the good stuff. Anything on TV these days is modern TV. It ain't worth watching. And the last one for me is worst pain ever. When I can't remember how old I was in elementary school, and it's been a long time since this happened. But I was at my cousin's house, and we were playing in a tree house and playing in the trees like boys done back when I grew up. And I jumped out of the tree house, or out of the tree. When I did, I jumped down, and I didn't know it, but there was a glass bottle, like a Pepsi bottle or a Coca-Cola bottle. Everything was glass back then. They didn't have any of this plastic stuff like we got today. But the bottle had been broken, and the bottom part of it was still intact. It had one jagged edge on one side, about an inch tall. Well, when I jumped out of that tree, I jumped right on that glass bottle. And I still got the scar right here. It's on the inside of my right foot, right below my ankle bone. And it's jabbed up in my foot, and it felt like it came all the way up to my knee and right on up. I can remember that this day. That was a very, very sharp and hard pain. That was probably one of the hardest pains I've had, was jumping out of that tree on that glass bottle. But my cousin's daddy said their mama wasn't home, and to tell you how long it's been, he said he wrapped it up with a towel because it was bleeding pretty good, and we didn't live too far from it. They put me in a Red Ryder wagon, and my 2 cousins pulled me to my mama, and she took me on to the hospital, of course, and got stitches in it. But that was probably my worst pain ever. But that's the 40 questions that they ask us to answer, or that I have. Now they want us to tag at least 5 people in this collaboration. So here goes the ones I'm going to tag, and I'll put them in the description below. Their links for their channels. So if you don't know any of these, you hadn't subscribed to them, go over and check them out. And if any of you watch this that I am tagging, I hope y'all have the time and take a chance to do this video on getting to know you better in this collaboration. Number one is Two Old Crows Homestead. Y'all go check them out, real good people. Number two is Thunderstick Homestead. That's Thunderstick Homestead. I'll leave their link below as well. Woodbury Cottage. Go check them out. I encourage you guys to do this if you can. Jesus Loving Homesteader. I'll leave them in the description below. Double J Farms Homestead. Check Brother Jeremy and them out. Go check them out. That's a little bit about me that maybe you didn't know. And I hope this helps you get to know me better. And I may talk Robbie in and trying to do one on her, on just herself. I would have done it together, but she's in there taking a nap on this Sunday evening, so I went ahead and done it while I had the time. But appreciate you. Until next time, remember, Jesus Christ loves you, and Jesus Christ is the answer for any and everything we dealing with in life. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye-bye.